So the first business I started was a watch brand called Movement. Shipped watches to like literally 160 countries. I started that in 2013 when I was like in my early 20s. And we sold it to a brand called Movado for $100 million in 2018.
For today's video, I have my friend Jake here. He is an entrepreneur, investor, YouTuber, and we're gonna chat about his life and investments and mental health and all the things while putting him through a leg workout. Are you excited?
I'm scared, but I'm excited. So I started a company called Movement Watches, sold it in 2018, have done some investing in CPG brands, and my newest adventure is starting a YouTube. We met here in Australia, and kind of doing similar things, so excited to get after it.
All right, let's get to it. All right, so I like to start with core work because it helps you stabilize your core during the entire leg day.
Okay.
So we're gonna do 3 sets of abs.
Beautiful.
And you're gonna lean all the way back and then lift up towards the ceiling. And you wanna just have a full extension. And think about really elongating up towards the ceiling and exhaling all the air out. Good. 2. 1 more. Good. Put your arm down, and then you're gonna reach opposite elbow, opposite knee, or straight, and then lean back. But again, you wanna lean all the way back on the ball, and you should feel like deep in your oblique. Good. Other side. Dying today. You just said that you have a bad knee, and this is helping to warm up the knees.
Feels real fucking good.
Yeah.
The last one.
So I wanted to ask you about your businesses.
Okay. So the first business I started was a watch brand called Movement. Started as direct-to-consumer e-commerce brand, shipped watches to like literally 160 countries. I started that in 2013 when I was like in my early 20s. And we sold it to a brand called Movado for $100 million in 2018. So it was like a massive exit. All my team made money. I had a business partner. After that, I wanted to start investing in companies. I started investing in like companies I enjoyed. So like food and beverage. There's a brand called Olipop. I don't know if you know Olipop in the States.
Soft drink,
it's like a probiotic soft drink. I've invested in them. Liquid IV.
Do you choose businesses that align with you, or do you choose businesses that you know are going to really give profit?
You try to do the combination of the two. Obviously, I want to make money, but because I did make money, I want to invest in something that I actually believe in and enjoy myself. Like when I started the watch company, I never really loved watches. I just did it for like the opportunity. So now I try and focus on things that I intrinsically enjoy. Something I would be excited to do. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when we met here in Australia, you just started this new journey, not only with YouTube, but in life.
Yeah, so I was living in San Diego. I originally am from Los Angeles, moved to San Diego, and then just wanted something different, I guess, out of life. Me and you both got that itch to like go and travel and live in different countries. So So Australia aligned with my values, right? Like health, fitness, weather, food, people. So yeah, 3 months ago I moved here. And at the same time, I also started a YouTube channel. I'm kind of crossing over the blend of like making films, which I enjoy being creative, and then telling stories about my life and mental health and psychology, philosophy on life and experiences, and like kind of how to get the most out of life. Also being fortunate that I get to do cool things, like live in San Diego, moving to Australia, traveling the world. So meeting cool people like you, like these are just cool experiences that I want to help tell my story while hopefully inspiring other people wherever they live to get out of their bubble, get out of their comfort zone and do something cool. So
check out his videos because they are actually really epic. Like he is being very humble, but they're really they're actually, I feel like a film.
Thank you.
And he's really good at storytelling. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. So with these, we really want to feel that full stretch in the back of the leg, and then you want to use your glutes to come all the way up, and you really squeeze, full hip extension, and then back down. But you want to try to get to a place where you're not engaging your back and you're engaging more of the hamstring, glute, and core.
Okay. So are you squeezing your glutes on the way up?
Yeah. Like I'm only using my glutes to come up. My glutes and my hamstrings.
I'm using my booty. How long until I grow a booty like yours? How many of these do I have to do?
You have to do this every other day.
For the rest of my life?
Yeah. Okay, so we connected through talking about mental health.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
What has been your biggest struggle?
So initially, when I started my business, we started doing well, and I just had a ton of anxiety around the pressures of entrepreneurship and things going right. So I started having panic attacks, started taking Lexapro, which is an SSRI antidepressant, just kind of battled with anxiety attacks and anxiety most of my 20s. And then in the last year, I tried going off the medication, kind of did it too quickly.
Yeah.
And just fell into this like panic attack, depression. Kind of went through a year where my life was just like kind of fucked up mentally. It took a year of like therapy and I'm back on medication and meditation and breath work and everything, and just staying away from the things that were toxic to me and just getting back on track. And now I feel great, but like my mental health journey has been up and down, which I'm kind of grateful for because it's why I moved to Australia. Because I was like, I need to be better at dealing with uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and you, like, I found out that you were an INFP, the Myers-Briggs test. Like, me and you are about the same personality type, which is extremely rare. It's like 2% of the fucking world. But that's probably why we connect, because it's like we're the same person. And
yeah, basically he's male version of me.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think I'm a little more sensitive, but...
More sensitive?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
All right, so when it comes to anxiety, what do you feel has been the biggest catalyst? Like, what has helped you the most?
Therapy is huge. I think meditation helped a lot. Medication as well, like SSRIs. Outside of that, exposure therapy, which sounds weird. Like, anxiety usually for me is like predicated on a specific situation. So it could be flying, it could be social settings, it could be drinking, whatever it is. And when I was going through like my withdrawal after I stopped the medication, I kind of like I got like anxiety every time I stepped out. So I would just slowly expose myself to those settings, like do the little things and continue to do that, and your body just realizes like you're not in danger and you just get more confident.
So true. It's funny because I feel like a lot of people look at me and they think I'm really extroverted, really confident, and honestly that's my biggest thing too, is I struggle with extreme anxiety, and I've moved to so many countries alone, not knowing anybody, because I feel like challenging myself in those ways, like competing even, I was so scared to show myself in that way.
Yeah.
That's the exact reason why I did it, was to basically, like, every time I feel fear or anxiety, I lean into it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this means I need to do it.
I'd rather be leaning into something uncomfortable and be uncomfortable than being comfortable, but like feeling like I'm not getting everything out of life. You know?
And then when it comes to your anxiety, would you say that it has affected you more in your daily life versus business, or both?
Both. I think the thing I realized with business is when you have an opportunity in business, you're just like, fuck it, I have to do this. It's either I do this or I always regret the fact that like I let my like anxiety control this outcome. In daily life, I think we have more control of being like, do I move to Australia? Do I do these things that are scary? Like, no, like you can kind of convince yourself that like, no, that's not me. And I think when I had my massive last year of anxiety and depression, I realized like if something scares me and I don't do it, it's like kind of a scoreboard, right?
Yeah.
Assuming I'm not putting myself in danger. Like an example is like I'm going to New Zealand next week, and like a lot of people bungee jump in New Zealand. Like, I don't want to bungee jump, but like I'm like, if I don't do it.
I bungee jumped here.
Did you?
Yeah. Why I think this is gonna be so funny to see too.
Oh my God.
But you're going to lean slightly forward and open the knees. So this is gonna be like, it's like a activation.
Okay.
So you're gonna do 12. After the last one, you pop it off. And you're gonna already be feeling it. Maybe you wanna increase the weight. I make like the craziest faces.
You do?
Yeah.
As long as you're not moaning, you're good.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know which weight, so we'll try this, but.
Start with this. Okay, just like this?
Yeah. And then open. Yep. Lean, hinge slightly forward, and then you want to really feel the outside of your glutes. So 12, really pressing out. Does it feel challenging?
I think it will by 12, yeah.
Okay. See his face? That means it's working. Are you feeling it?
Yep. How many? 12?
Yeah, I think you have 3 more. 2. 1 more. Good.
Oh yeah. Oh fucking yeah. Booty band. 12.
What is a personal philosophy that has gotten you through like challenging times?
That's a good question. I mean, I think I kind of said it, but like anytime something scares me now, it's kind of like a sign that I need to like lean into that.
Yeah.
I feel the best when I do things that scare me.
Yeah.
I get a high on life when I do things that like make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, totally.
And it also just opens up my mindset.
That's how I feel with fitness. I get in such a routine with the type of fitness I'm good at.
Yeah.
And then I get afraid to like try different workouts that maybe I might be like less good at.
Yeah.
But then when I do, I get such a high way.
For sure. I think that's the thing that the business taught me was like, when you have your back against the wall, you just say yes to things and do them because you have to. And when you have that pressure, it's scary, but it's also, there's so much growth that happens when you feel that pressure. When you feel like you have to do something, or you are given an opportunity where you're like, if I don't take advantage of this, I'll never see it again. Like, I think for me, the caveat of my life has been, it's a double-edged sword. I'm fortunate, like I have financial freedom. I sold my company. But I don't have that financial component now pushing on me to do things, right?
If you don't have like the worry of needing to make enough money.
For my entire life, money has always been that North Star. If I need to make more money so I can do this. And then I had money and I'm like, I was still living in a comfortable place in San Diego and I'm like, why am I not traveling? Why am I not trying new things? Why I'm not growing anymore? I stopped growing for like 5 years of my life. I really feel like I stopped growing to the degree that I knew I could and should. And that's what made me like go with the tattoos and move to fucking Australia and just be willing to try new things in general. Like obviously we're fortunate that we're able to like move around the world, but like just doing things that make me scared and seeing doors open up and like we didn't know each other a couple months ago, right? And now we're here talking about this shit. It's like you just time and time again, if you don't put yourself out there, your life will never change.
It's crazy. Everything you're saying, I feel like I resonate so much with because I feel exactly the same where the past couple of years I've been in this very comfortable place with money. I think it's like you, that's why we started the YouTube because for me, it's my like new passion and like it gives me a deeper fulfillment. And then that's why I'm always trying to challenge myself with like doing the public speaking or like doing the competition. I think it's like we need those little challenges, otherwise you get stuck, you know?
This is an opportunity for us to like give life advice and just share our experiences. Like I'm not telling anyone how to live their life, but just to share my experiences.
Even with fitness, I never want to sound like an expert because I'm always learning. So I never try and make videos and be like, this is how you should be working out. This is like the only way to do things. In my opinion, we're sharing our life when it comes to either mistakes, successes, whatever it is, and then people can take whatever they need from that. I think it's just so much better to come from a place of like, I'm sharing everything, the good, bad, and then people are gonna take what they're gonna take from it.
I mean, you've been through a lot. You shared stuff about mental health. You've like had your business. You shared about your dad passing. Like for anyone else who's going through a hard time, to hear like how far you've come in your life and like it's just they relate to things, right? Like you've been through a lot of shit.
I tend to stay a little bit lighter because I focus on full hip extension. You want to press through your entire foot. So like the arch of your foot, your toes, and the heels, you lower all the way down until you're like almost about to touch the thing. And then you want to think of like doing a backflip. So I like to show people with like my arms by my side at first, but you want to like lift and you're pressing through your entire foot. And then you lift all the way up like you're doing a backflip. So you should feel like full hip extension and have almost be like as straight as you can from your knee to the top of your head. And you squeeze your glutes and engage your core and then lower down. It's such a funny exercise to
talk to.
Like even when you think you're at your highest point, try to go a little higher. 2. And then we pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then all the way. As many as you can do, basically till failure. And hold.
Wow. All right, first off.
Do you need the pad?
Oh, do I? I don't know, dude. Did you?
I did.
Okay.
All right, so you have to lift this, and then,
Okay.
So pressing through your entire foot all the way down, just and then all the way up, We'll look up at the top. And then think of your core engaging and your glutes are doing all the work to come up. Squeeze, constantly pressing through toes, arch of your feet. Go not so tiny, a little bit like lower. Yeah, and then 8, 7.
This is more my speed right here.
5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Now all the way down and up again. As many as you can do until it burns. Yeah. And then when you're at the final rep, you're gonna hold it. Yep. Yep. Perfect. And then you can rack it. So you have to lift it. Yeah.
Woo!
How'd that feel?
Woo! Feels good.
Jakey.
Yes, that's me.
What do you really want to represent with your YouTube? Deep questions.
As you thrust, and
While I thrust.
I stare this way.
Yeah.
I feel like my goal with it is, again, I'm fortunate that I'm able to like have done some cool things at 33 and have some experiences that I feel like are worth sharing. I want to continue to like do things that push my limits and share those stories as well. But if nothing else, like it's a video diary of like my life and a way to be creative that isn't solely focused on money. I think the biggest overarching thing is like, I want to be able to share just my view on things and my story to hopefully like inspire like the younger Jake.
Coming back into the dating world, after I became single, I really aligned with what were my top like 5 values.
Yeah.
And when I date people, I ask them like what are their values. And I feel that men are very disconnected to what their values are. And even when they say their values, their actions in their day-to-day life don't align with their values.
Yeah.
Like men just learn lessons
Yeah.
through life experience more. I feel like that.
That's fair. I think that's totally valid.
So I think you had to go through your journey.
For sure. I don't regret anything. I am who I am because of those things. But the content that was out there was like Gary Vaynerchuk and a lot of these guys who are like, work your ass off, like sleep is for the weak, and now you have like the Andrew Hubermans and like different people kind of promoting like the importance of sleep and the importance of like balance and social connection, and like, so that's all I'm saying is like, listen, like, this is my experience.
I get to
All right, let me burn this booty now.
And you want to fully extend at the top and pause. How has movement been a part of your life?
Mental health. I mean, yeah, working out and moving your body and like showing up even on the days that you don't want to show up. It's just a great example of like, if you can be disciplined when it comes to fitness and moving your body, that's a great practice to have in anything. Some of the results you get take months to see, just like in entrepreneurship or video. Cool. Or
I'm like, you are talking so easy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, call me out. So yeah, it's just been a good practice and makes me feel better, and I like feeling good, looking good.
When you do this second set, when you reach the failure, you're going to hold at the top and 2 little pulses, and then hold.
I'm definitely going to take some of these workouts and add them to my program. I love them, honestly. Especially that one where you like pulsed. Like that definitely got the booty activated, you know?
2, hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Go a little heavier, higher, I mean. Yeah. This exercise is a single leg Cybex thing. Basically, you want to have full extension, so try and bring that leg in as far as you can, and then extend. I'm filming the most not pretty exercises.
I didn't date really many people when I was running the company. I wanted to protect my emotional peace.
Yeah.
And I get really emotionally attached, and it's hard for me to work if I'm like going through a breakup or anything like that. So I have like a very idealistic view of like what I want. I think I'm really picky in terms of like matching someone with my values and my interests, and someone who kind of inspires me as much as like someone who can kind of match my level in ways. And I come from parents who are high school sweethearts, so I have like a high like bar to kind of look up to. So I have a healthy relationship with like relationships, but I don't date unless I'm like really like certain it's gonna be someone I could be emotionally invested in.
Well, I remember when we first met, we kind of got into a conversation about dating.
Yeah.
And you said something that really stuck with me. You're this entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And you don't really want to be with a woman who is also like so focused on her business.
I dated someone who was like very entrepreneurial and focused on their craft and their business. I don't know if it's masculine energy or what you want to call it, but it's like very invested in like that's the priority, that, and like I understand that. I still want someone who's like passionate about what they're doing, but like someone who is like so focused on like the business is taking priority over like the relationship.
Yeah.
I think I struggle a bit.
You want someone who their kind of priorities are a little different, and then it's like you're learning from each other.
I want someone who you can kind of come together and like inspire each other. But I think two people who are separately focused on the business, to come home and only talk about the business. I don't know, I've been there kind of, and I just found it challenging.
All right, so for our last exercise, we are going to do RDLs with 2 dumbbells. How have you felt about the leg day so far?
Feels good. My back was hurting a little bit when I got in here, but I'm feeling good. I feel plump.
So with these, to prevent the back pain, we just really want to make sure, again, you're engaging your core, and you're going to keep the weights like close to your body. It's normal to like want to like look down, but you want to try and kind of keep neutral and really hinge back. And then when we get to that bottom part, I want you to try to straighten at the bottom, straighten the legs a little, and you're going to feel the stretch a little more. And then we come up and squeeze, and then realign again.
Okay.
So grab dumbbells that feel challenging. And then you go slow to lower it, pause, and drop. Your back feel okay?
Yep.
And then we slowly lower. Pause. Try to straighten the legs a little more. And release. How do you feel?
Good.
Good job. Ooh, I feel a little dizzy.
Yeah.
And that is my whole leg day.
Booty by tip.
Booty by tip. Thanks, Jake.
Of course.
How was the workout for you?
I mean, I loved it. It was for sure the best booty workout I've ever had.
Yeah, my glutes are on fire.
I'm waddling. So I definitely feel the pump, which is weird to say as a man. Man, like that his booty is feeling like there's a pump going on. So he did it.
Thank you for not only doing this workout with me, but for being vulnerable, opening up, telling us about your businesses, your life, your struggles, everything. Where can people find you?
Well, first off, I appreciate it. I think that you shared a lot today that I didn't know. But yeah, my Instagram is just my name, JakeKassan, Jake Kassan, and then my YouTube channel is just my name, Jake Kassan, with the number 1 behind it.
What is the biggest tip like you would tell the younger version of yourself?
I mean, I think what got me in a mentally bad place was the focus on the destination. And I think that's kind of like the ethos of like what I'm doing today is not focusing on like the end goal. With The business, it was focused on making a certain amount of money before I could be happy. And in life, it's like, until I get this, I'll be happy. Until I look like this, I'll be happy. Now I'm in a place in my life where it's like, I really try and realize that days like this can be fun and enjoyable. You can still be motivated and to get shit done, but if you don't look up and enjoy like day to day what we have, like there's no guarantee that you're gonna be on the other side of it and enjoy what's at that destination. If you ever get to it, it's a hedonic treadmill. You're always chasing that next carrot, and I'm a testament to that because like, yeah, I made the money I wanted and I still wasn't happy. I was, in fact, somehow beyond my wildest beliefs, more depressed than I was when I was in the pursuit. That's what I would tell my younger self. I think you said it. You do have to go through some of these things, but just to even have that little nugget of like, oh, interesting, hopefully it helps other people.
What is your biggest excitement for the future?
The fact that I don't know where I'm going to be living or finally have something that I'm working on that intrinsically I love. So I'm just excited where this next journey takes me and where I'll be, who I meet. I love routine, but I also love the freedom of the unknown because it's scary and exciting at the same time.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much again. And we can't wait for the bungee jumping footage.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Thanks for watching, you guys. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel.